Hey, what up guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. Today, I just wanted to share with you guys a pretty deep and emotional message from my side, because I've been struggling with this for most of my life, really. And, you know, I'm not really comfortable sharing this with you guys, but I was like, yeah, let's just do it, because you guys really enjoy the content. I actually have no friends in my life. I know this is going to sound strange. I'm 25 and I really don't know what's the problem here, man. Really. I always thought that something was wrong with me, because some of you guys who don't know me, I'm half Polish, half Norwegian. I used to live in Norway for most of my life. I moved out of Norway about a year and a half ago. And, it's always been a big problem of mine. I don't know why. Ever since I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, I could never really fit in with people. Never. I've always been like left out. I've always been an outlier. I've always been laughed at and made fun of so many times, especially in Norway. They used to discriminate me for being Polish, for having a different first name. My real name is actually Marcin. It's not Martin, but I just say Martin just because it's a lot easier for you guys to remember. And, that's just how it was for most of my life, really. And I wouldn't necessarily consider it trauma, but it's just a lot of bad experiences from my childhood. People used to pick on me, people used to really make fun of me. They used to make these racist jokes about Polish people when I was really young. And it used to piss me off quite a lot. Because growing up, I was always a pretty small kid. Until my, late teenage years. That's actually when I shut up and, grew up as well. But I don't know what's the problem, guys, really. And I actually started this entrepreneurial journey a couple of years ago as well. And I started this channel, let's say 5 months ago. And it's been actually even lonelier, because I had some people that I was hanging out with at the beginning of this year. We were hanging with each other, we were vibing and having fun and laughing, we were buddies basically. But all these people have actually left me. Or I feel like they start to get jealous of me, of my progress, of my success, and how much I've actually progressed, and I've separated myself from them. And it's been like that for most of my life, really. And, I really don't know what's the problem, guys, really. Maybe it's because I'm so different. Maybe God has a different purpose for me. Maybe I'm supposed to be left out and be this anomaly, be this outlier. I really don't know. I made this one video about getting attention when you're attractive. But that's a different thing, Just because you get a lot of attention doesn't mean that you can't feel alone and lonely, I don't know how to explain it to you guys. I never really tried to hurt anybody. I was never mean to anyone. I never bullied anyone at school. I was always a kind kid. Always. I was always hungry for knowledge as well. That's one of the things I'm proud of, is that I was always looking for knowledge. I was always hungry for more success, for becoming better. I was always fascinated by, being different at the same time. I could never really fit in, especially in school. Getting girls wasn't really a problem, but that's different. I'm actually talking about having some real, deep connections with people, with friends especially, at my own age. Because I have some people that I might consider friends today. I can come up with 2 names. But they're a lot older than me. They're not even in my age group. They're not even in their 20s, But I would consider both of them mentors to me. Personal mentors of mine. They gave me so much wisdom, so much knowledge. This year, actually. And I don't think I really need any more friends, really. Because, you know, I just don't know how to go about it, man. And even when I talk to people on a daily basis, when I meet them, you know, I always try to like make sure I'm the best possible person. I always show a lot of genuine interest in the other person. I'm talking about friends here. I'm not talking about girls. I'm just talking about, normally just talking to like males, right? Because I'm a guy and I'm just trying to connect with people. But it never really goes anywhere. Maybe it's because I'm handsome, tall. I don't know. I really don't know, actually. I have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm cocky, arrogant, but I don't think so. I wouldn't consider myself arrogant. If I was arrogant, I wouldn't even start this channel. You know, I think you guys can see it. I'm not pretending to know everything. Maybe that's the impression that some people get on me, is that I'm arrogant. I don't know. Or that I'm selfish. I don't know, really. Have you guys ever like dealt with this problem in the past? Really? I don't know what's wrong with the world today. You know, people are so obsessed with drama, with the internet, with social media, with celebrities, with sports, with football, soccer, basketball, with the Olympics, with all this trivial BS, really. And none of it really interests me. None of it. You know, I never drank alcohol in my life. Never touched any drugs. I never smoked at all. You know, I've always been like free from all these things. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe that's the reason why. And I also think that, especially today, in the social media world, people are being loved. Okay, excuse me. People are being loved for being fake and hated for being real. Maybe that's the reason why. Actually, my grandma told me this. I asked her about this. I was like, my Grammy, like, why am I struggling with this? Is there a problem with me? I'm always kind. I'm always very giving. I'm always trying to make sure I make the best impression. But people can't really vibe with me. Why is that the case? And she told me this. She told me straight up, it's because you're real. And the world hates real people. You know, you guys can see it. I think a lot of you can see it from my messages. Is I'm always trying to be real. I'm trying to tell the truth. I'm really trying to like spread a positive and informative message. I really want to inspire you guys to become better. Because it's so neat. It's so important in life. That's actually why. That was actually one of the primary reasons as to why I started this channel. Back in June. Well, actually, I started it back in May. But I posted like 3-4 videos and then I had like a month break. And then I really started being consistent in June. And so, yeah. So it's going to be 6 months and 10 days. You know. And this channel has surpassed my expectations. I remember when I started this channel, I was like, hey, you know, I will be so happy if I can even reach 500 subscribers. And, you know, we're getting at, you know, there's a strong trajectory here. And there's a strong chance that we're going to reach 4,000 subs at the end of this month. We're very close to 3,000. Maybe we've surpassed 3,000. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know why, guys. Maybe it's a problem with me. I don't know. Or I'm not being aware of it. Of my flaws. I don't know. Like, girls haven't been a problem. You know, I can easily get chicks. But like when it comes to like getting friends and like, you know, having like people that can really relate to me, I've always struggled with this. And even when I was growing up, I was always like interested in other things. I remember when I was like 8-10 years old, I used to play a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Lego. You know, I used to play a lot of these, like, I used to play a lot of Roblox when I was in my early teens. You know, I always wanted to build video games and create like, you know, these online arcade type of games for people, these multiplayer games. And I don't know why, man. Maybe that's a plan from God. I'm better than that. That I don't need people in my life. Really. But since I started this channel, it has really, since I started this channel, I really got to know the real nature of humans in so many ways. Yes, most of my messages are very positive. Most of you guys seem to really enjoy the content. But I do get a good amount of haters as well, you know. But I mean, it's normal. It's just part of success, really. Getting haters is absolutely normal. It means you're doing something well. It means you're doing something right. I'll tell you that. It means you're on the right track if you're getting haters. If you have no haters, yeah, you're doing something wrong with your life. For sure. And even going back to my childhood years, I remember when I was like in my middle school years, you know, because I always used to have like some spare change with me that I would get from either my dad or my mom. And I remember I used to have like these school buddies that would only really be with me because they knew that I was so naive and I was so ignorant. And they knew that they could just manipulate me and be with me. They would be with me just so I could buy them some, you know, some sweets, some chocolate or whatever. Because they knew that I would always pay for everything with my cash. But they never reciprocated the favor. Never. So I think I was blind to it. I was naive. And looking back at the whole thing, and my like old classmates that I used to be like friends with, it was a very toxic environment. It was incredibly manipulative too. You know, because I actually struggled with Norwegian for quite a while, and you know, I was a little bit behind, like my progress, mental progress especially. Dude, I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe it's a problem with me. I really don't know. But at least I'm doing something with my life. You know, I started this channel 5.5 months ago. I'm really trying to make a business out of it. You know, I've been consistent with my fitness journey for 7 years. And that's actually when I started to lose friends. I remember when I started that journey, that's actually when I started to separate myself from them. Slowly but surely, once I started to improve my looks, my fitness, my body, I got a lot leaner because I used to be skinny fat when I was younger. I used to have a lot of acne problems too. You can see some acne scars on me now. That's actually when they started to fade away. My friends, my so-called buddies, right? They started to disappear. And it's been like that for a long time for me. I don't know, maybe it's because it's just supposed to be that way. It really is. I think a lot of you guys, I think some of you might face these problems too. I don't think I'm the only person that's going through this. I know a lot of entrepreneurs say the same thing, that it's a very lonely journey. I can agree with that 100%. Because you're living a very different life. Like as an entrepreneur, like I've been an entrepreneur for, like let's say 4 years now. Yeah. My first 4 years, like my first 3.5 years, I was just like fucking dabbling with everything. I was just trying everything. I was listening to all these stupid gurus on the internet that were telling me, oh, you should do this business. You should start SMA. You should start a copywriting business. You should start this to make money. And they were lying to me. They were just selling me the system. And that's what a lot of these gurus do. They just sell you the system. They don't practice what they preach. Because they know that selling the system is way more profitable than actually delivering the service. If that makes any sense to you guys. But that's a different thing. And so I'm glad I started this channel because I can relate to a lot of guys. I can relate to you. You know, I get messages from you guys every day. You know, one guy commented in one of my videos that you're like the father I never had. Bro, that melted my heart when I heard it. Yeah. Bro, thank you. It really melted my heart, man. And one guy also told me that, you know, you're way more talented than you think. Bro, thank you. You know, I've always had like, I may look like I'm very confident on the outside, but sometimes I have like these little glimpses of low self-esteem. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I can be really, really confident for most of my day, but then sometimes I can have like some self-doubt. I can have some type of insecurity that creeps in. Or maybe I read one bad comment and it can ruin my whole day, or most of my day. I don't know, maybe it's just supposed to be that way. But I think a lot of you guys are probably facing the same problems. Not just, in entrepreneurship, but in business. Maybe you're studying for better grades. Maybe you really want to progress in your career. Maybe you want to find the life partner of your dreams. Maybe you want to be a contractor. Maybe you want to be an artist. Maybe you want to be a real estate investor. It really doesn't matter. Maybe you also want to start a YouTube channel. People are not going to relate to you. Guys, you're living such a different life when you're an entrepreneur. I can't really explain it to you guys. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. Maybe it's a gift of mine. Maybe that's why tigers are alone and the sheep flock with the sheep. That's why. Maybe I'm the tiger on this planet. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love all your support, guys. I love it. We also have a couple of free groups that you can join down below. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I wish you a beautiful day.